Hi, welcome to the Crafty Tinkerer. I'm Nicole, and this is week 4 of Christmas in July. This week I'm going to finish up with a couple more patterns that you could use for Christmas decorations that actually are not necessarily tree decorations. And then I'm going to give you a little bit of an update on my Strange Brew sweater, which I have hanging up behind me here. And I'm going to talk a bit about Pints'n'Purls that happened last week, which is sponsored by the Perfect Blend Yarn and Tea Shop in Saugerties, New York. So if you are a returning viewer, thank you very much for coming back. If you're new, hi and welcome. So I went to Pints'n'Purls and I was talking to the ladies there and telling them, you know, how I've been doing Christmas in July, and I had 2 great pattern suggestions from 2 different ladies there. One of them is the Jolly Wee Elf pattern by Church Mouse Yarn and Tea. I could see making several of them instead of just one. The pattern is available for $8 on their website. You can get it in a PDF format, or you can get it in a paper format mailed to you. That's also $8, but you have to pay the shipping costs for that. And then they have it in fingering weight and DK weight, so you can make a smaller elf or a little bit of a larger elf. I am definitely going to make some of these this year. We love elves. We love anything Christmas. I mean, if you've been watching this month, you'll notice Christmas is definitely our favorite time of year. Every day my husband checks the count to see how many days. So Halloween is a close second though, but Christmas is definitely number 1 here. So anyway, the elves are adorable, and you know, they would be great for kids too, I think. If you knit up a couple, I think kids would really enjoy them. They kind of remind me of Waldorf dolls, where they don't have faces on them. They're just, you know, plain knit faces. So I think they're really cute, and I think that you should check them out. And Church Mouse Yarns also sells yarn kits. They don't sell like a kit with a pattern, because they sell multiple different kinds of yarn kits for a specific pattern, so they don't want you to have to keep buying the pattern over and over again. So you buy your pattern separately, and then you could buy a yarn kit from them with Jameson's Shetland Spindrift yarn. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and check them out. I will put their website down in the description below. The next pattern that someone suggested to me was Freak Flags by Cecilia, oh my gosh, I might butcher this last name, Campochiaro? Yeah. She has a website, sequenceknitting.com, and the Freak Flags pattern is actually available in the Mason-Dixon Field Guide number 5, which you can buy the ebook of that on Ravelry, or if you go to Mason-Dixon-knitting.com, you can get the actual book as well as the ebook patterns for $14.95 plus shipping. Some of the patterns I saw, people had them over their fireplaces or on staircases, bookshelves. And the good thing about this pattern is it's not specific to Christmas. You can use Christmas colors. One of the Ravelry users used like a fluffy yarn with glitter in it to make a Christmas type. It almost looked like tinsel. Maybe it is tinsel yarn, actually. So that was really cute. But you could also do it for other occasions. I mean, we always hang up birthday banners, and I was thinking it might be good, you know, for a birthday banner, or just in general, if you need a little bit of extra decoration somewhere, you can do whatever colors you like. So definitely check that out if you're interested. And that is it for knitting patterns for Christmas. The other thing this year that I would really like to learn how to do is cross stitch. I never learned how to do embroidery or cross stitch. I've watched a couple of videos, but my cousin gave me a cross stitch kit that was her mother's, and it has a bunch of Christmas patterns in it. And so this year I would really like to do some of this. I have really enjoyed talking about Christmas projects this July, and now my main focus is going to be my Strange Brew sweater. I may just go to putting out a podcast every other Wednesday, because I don't want to bore you all with my half an inch a week or however much I knit. I think it would probably be best if I do every other week until I finish. But I'm not sure yet. Like I said before, I'm really trying to just stick to the sweater so that I make sure that I get it finished. Although yesterday I was so pleased with myself once I separated the body and the sleeves that I started thinking about the next sweater that I'm going to make. So I can see how making sweaters can be addicting. I never thought that I would actually make a sweater. I always thought I'd be like a small project type person, but I'm really pleased with this. My next sweater won't be fingering weight. I can promise you that. I'm not sure if I'll do DK or if I will do worsted weight or Aran, but it's definitely not going to be a fingering weight sweater. I am thinking that I might do the Gramps cardigan, but I'm not sure. Maybe Cartography, which is also in Strange Brew, but I do love Tin Can Knits sweater patterns. And I keep stalking them a little bit. I do like the Soldotna crop, is that how you say it? By Caitlin Hunter, but everyone is making them. And so that's kind of what's putting me off of it. Not that I don't like it. I do actually like it, but I don't usually run with like what's trending. So maybe in 3 or 4 years I'll make one. That happens to us in television too. Usually it's like, oh, this show is going off the air. Oh, let's start watching it now. So maybe, we'll see. I do like that design though. I like all of her sweaters. So maybe at some point I'll download and knit one of those patterns, but right now I've got a thing for Tin Can Knits, and I have the Strange Brew book already. So I'm thinking I do like the design of Cartography, and I wouldn't actually change that at all. And I'm pretty sure I have all the yarn for it already. So anyway, that's where my brain is going. On to my next sweater, while I'm knitting my current sweater. I can definitely see more sweaters in my future. I looked at a blanket pattern and all I could think was, if I'm using that much yarn, I should just make a sweater. So I don't know. That's where my brain goes. I was talking about my sweater. I took my sweater to Pints'n'Purls on Thursday, and I'm really glad I did, because the ladies there made me realize that the ruler that I've been using to measure is not accurate by 2 inches, which is a really big problem. I will admit that I am not the greatest at math, but I can use a ruler and I can measure properly. So luckily the ladies there had a measuring tape with them. They measured the yoke of my sweater and they were like, this is the length that you're looking for. So it definitely looked ready. I was thinking that when I tried it on, but because I had never knit a sweater before, I wasn't sure if when I picked up stitches for the sleeves, if I would lose a little bit of length or not. I'm really glad I ended up going to Pints'n'Purls because, well, it's fun, number one. I enjoy the company. And number two, I would have just kept knitting another 2 inches and then I would have had saggy armpits in my sweater. So if you're in the area and you're a knitter or a crocheter, I definitely recommend coming to Pints'n'Purls. It's sponsored by the Perfect Blend Yarn and Tea Shop in Saugerties. So if you're there in the area, you should also stop in there. Usually when I go in, Mary and Kathleen are there, and they're both really nice, really friendly, and really helpful. So my plan for Strange Brew is, instead of just working on the body, I am planning to do the sleeves at the same time as the body. One of the ladies at Pints'n'Purls said that that's what she does with her sleeves, so that way she does not get stuck on Sleeve Island. This is my first sweater, so I have only read about Sleeve Island, but I thought it would be a good idea, so that way I make sure that my colors all match up. I am keeping a list of which colors I'm using for each chart, but I figured it would just be much easier to do the body first and then I do the 2 sleeves, and then I can just move on to the next chart. So that's my plan. I feel like it is going tons faster, even though I have more stitches now than I did. I guess it's just because I'll do the body, which feels like it goes fast, and then the sleeves are even faster than that. So I can see my progress now. Maybe that's more what it is. It's like a psychological thing. I can see it coming along. I can see it actually turning into a sweater. So very exciting. So that's all I have for this week. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see my future videos, please press this button down here to subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell for notifications. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments below. Thank you very much. Have a great day.